Picture this. The same sister who got physically jumped by her own family for wanting to protect her kids is now being proven right, while the sister who threw the punches is saying the exact same thing she got beat up for. And y'all, the receipts are messy. And baby, if your name is Kourtney Kardashian, today is your victory lap, because the entire internet is about to apologize. Plus, I've got some theories about why this is really happening that nobody else is talking about, and trust me, it involves failed relationships, aging out of demographics, and a certain someone's public meltdown that's still haunting Kim's brand. All right, let's jump straight into today's bombshell headline. Kim Kardashian wants to scale back on reality TV, Kris Jenner in panic mode. Now y'all, I need you to sit down for this because the irony is about to hit you like a freight train. According to sources close to the family, Kim has reached her limit. She's apparently too busy and needs to be realistic about her bandwidth. Does this sound familiar to anyone else? Because I'm having major deja vu right now. This is literally the exact same thing Kourtney said years ago when her kids were getting older and she started seeing the effects of reality TV on them. But here's the kicker: when Kourtney tried to step back and focus on her family, what happened? They crucified her. I'm talking full-blown family intervention, physical altercations, calling her lazy and uninteresting. Remember that iconic fight where Kim literally got her makeup smeared on the wall? Pepperidge Farm remembers. And now that Kim's kids are reaching the same age that Kourtney's kids were, suddenly it's a valid concern? The math is mathing, but it's giving hypocrite energy. Let's take a trip down memory lane because some of y'all have selective amnesia when it comes to how Kourtney was treated. Picture this. Mason, Kourtney's oldest, starts getting to that age where he's aware of cameras, aware of the show, and Kourtney, being the protective mother she is, starts pulling back. She's saying, I want to focus on my kids. This reality TV life isn't healthy for them. And what did her loving, supportive family do? They jumped her, literally. Remember when Kourtney and Kim got into it and then Khloe pretended to play peacemaker but really just held Kourtney back so Kim could get her licks in? The audacity was astronomical. They called her ungrateful, lazy, the least interesting to look at. I mean, they really tried to break this woman down for protecting her children. And the whole time, we're watching like, wait, isn't prioritizing your kids good parenting? But here's where it gets even more interesting. When Kourtney found her happiness with Travis Barker, a man who told her, baby, you never have to work again, let's focus on our family, they got even more pressed. Because suddenly, Kourtney didn't need the Kardashian machine anymore. She had her own money, Travis had his money, and she was genuinely happy. The family couldn't handle that their control was slipping, and now look, Kourtney's living her best life while they're scrambling. Now let's talk about why Kim is really making this move, because it's not just about being tired, honey. Word on the street is Kim has a new TV show in the works, allegedly produced by Kenya Barris, the genius behind Blackish and Grownish. Now I'm not mad at Kim for wanting to explore acting, but let's be real about her chances. Some people are born with that natural ability to disappear into a character. Think Brad Pitt, Denzel Washington, Idris Elba. When you watch them, you forget you're watching them and you just see the character. Kim does not have this gift. Even when she's trying to be a muse or model, you never forget you're looking at Kim Kardashian in some clothes. You're never focused on the actual fashion or character, it's always just Kim being Kim. And that's fine for reality TV, but acting? That's a whole different skill set. Plus, how long do scripted shows typically last? 3, maybe 4 seasons if you're lucky. Even if this show is successful, it's not the same kind of long-term security that Keeping Up with the Kardashians provided. But here's what I think is really happening. This feels like the aftermath of Kanye's very public meltdown and breakdown. Kim managed to protect herself from a lot of the immediate fallout, but the long-term damage to her brand is undeniable. Let's keep it 100. Kim's brand took a hit after everything that went down with Kanye. And then the Pete Davidson situation? Chilly. That might have been the final nail in the coffin for her dating life. Think about it, who's publicly linked to Kim romantically now? Nobody. And it's not because she's not beautiful or successful. It's because dealing with Kanye's unpredictable behavior isn't worth it for most people. The man showed up to Pete's comedy shows, made threatening music videos, aired out their private family business. Who wants to sign up for that chaos? And the Pete situation created its own problems because, let's be honest, after Pete Davidson, who wants to be next? That whole relationship became such a public spectacle that it probably scared off potential suitors. Kim's trying to rebrand herself as serious, respectable, focused on law and social justice, and I actually respect that pivot. But reality TV doesn't fit that narrative anymore. It's hard to be taken seriously as a legal advocate when your main claim to fame is trash TV drama. Don't get me wrong, trash TV pays the bills and entertains the masses, but it doesn't get you invited to the White House for serious policy discussions. Here's another angle that nobody's talking about. Kim is aging out of her key demographic. And it's not about her age or looks, because Kim is absolutely stunning. The issue is that fashion houses and major brands want to target that sweet spot between 18 and 35. That's where people spend their rent money on shoes, stay up all night refreshing websites for drops, and actually influence purchasing decisions. Kylie gets this because Kylie is this demographic. She understands Gen Z because she practically grew up with them. When Kylie posts something, her followers don't just admire it, they run to buy it because she represents where they want to be. Kim doesn't have that same connection to Gen Z. They respect her as an OG, but she's not their style icon the way she was for millennials. Gen Z has their own influences, their own aesthetic, their own values around authenticity and social consciousness. Why would a brand pay Kim premium rates when they can get Kylie or Kendall to reach the exact demographic they want? It's just good business sense. Kim was the fashion girly that Kanye molded her into, but that era is over. She needs to find her own authentic style and voice, and maybe stepping back from reality TV is part of that journey. But here's what's really grinding my gears: the family's response to Kim versus their response to Kourtney. When Kourtney wanted to step back, "You're ungrateful, you're lazy, you're boring, the least interesting to look at." When Kim wants to step back, "We understand Kim's so busy, she has so much on her plate, we support her journey." The favoritism is loud, and now they're expecting the other sisters to pick up the slack? Let's see. Kourtney already checked out and is living her best life with Travis. Kendall and Kylie are basically like, don't even try it. They've got their own careers and aren't interested in carrying the show. That leaves Khloe as the only one willing to be the family workhorse, and honestly, that's probably what's going to happen. Khloe and Kris are already working on that Calabasas Girlfriends spin-off, so they're clearly trying to keep the reality TV machine running. But here's my question. Are they going to corner Kim the same way they cornered Kourtney? Are they going to throw hands and call her names? Or is Kim going to get the respectful exit that Kourtney should have gotten? Y'all, I think we're witnessing the end of an era, and honestly, it might be time. The Kardashians have been on our screens for over a decade. They've made their money, built their empires, and now they're all at different stages of their lives with different priorities. Maybe it's natural that they're growing apart from the show that made them famous. Kim's not saying she's quitting entirely, she's testing the waters. If her acting career takes off, if her law career flourishes, if her other ventures pay off, then maybe she won't need reality TV anymore. But if this new path doesn't work out, don't be surprised if she comes crawling back to Mama Kris talking about, "I'm ready to film again." The beautiful irony in all of this is that Kourtney was ahead of the curve. She saw the writing on the wall, prioritized her mental health and her family, found genuine love, and now she's watching her sisters finally understand what she was trying to tell them years ago. Kourtney really said, "I'm about to sit back and watch y'all figure out what I already knew." And honestly, that's big sister energy at its finest. What do you think, Gossip Mail family? Are you here for Kim's pivot, or do you think she'll be back? And more importantly, do you think the family owes Kourtney an apology for how they treated her? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed for more tea, and I'll see you in the next report. Stay messy, stay informed, and remember, the tea never lies.